When I took office, Malden Hospital had been abandoned for over a decade. It had become a problem that had stumped mayors and councilors before us, and it's still a problem today. Yeah, it's really just a terrible shame what's happened to this place. This was a real benefit to the community. We're now on 20 years, and the hospital is still abandoned. This is obviously not only a blight, but it's a danger to the community to have an abandoned building. We know this. So we had gone in there and inspected it. I had gone in there with inspectional services, with the fire inspector, the building inspector, wire inspector, health inspector, and we went through and we took a look at the mold and the decrepit condition of the hospital, and we had asked them to improve the safety of the building because there's no fire suppression and things of that nature. After some litigation over that issue, the hospital had come to us and said, we have an apartment developer that would like to develop this land. Unfortunately, this was a very dense development. It didn't fit with the single-family home community or the zoning for that area. So I don't dismiss anything out of hand. I had brought the community together with Hallmark and the developer and the mayor and everyone else who's a stakeholder in this problem. And the community had said overwhelmingly and resoundingly, we don't want an apartment development here. That's going to change our community permanently and for the worse. So that's not what we want to see. And then the question became, well, what do you want to see? And what we found through ballot questions, through surveys, people wanted to see some open space, maybe some park space. If there was going to be development, it would have to be modest development, maybe 55 plus, maybe single family homes, but a modest development that allows for some open space. And we've passed the CPA. Malden and Medford have both passed the CPA, which is a funding mechanism for parks and open space, as well as historic preservation and affordable housing. And this is an important issue, not only for Malden residents in the West End, but the entire city and the city of Medford as well. Not only did we lose our community healthcare building, but it's like the community is being held hostage. The people have really worked together to come up with a funding source. And what they want, they're okay with some development, but what they want is some open space. This land was gifted to us by Malden's first mayor, and he gave it to this community for the benefit of the people who live here. And now that this hospital is abandoned and no longer operational, this land should go back to the community. It should serve those residents. And I'm not saying the entire thing needs to be open space. The community is okay, and they're reasonable about what could be. But you can't just force an apartment building down their throat if that's what the community doesn't want. This strong economy is now starting to level out. And we're missing opportunities to do something great with this site, something that would serve the community and the residents. Unfortunately, even today, the mayor continues to hold fast with this developer. And none of us had really known that he had asked for this to be modeled after the Oak Grove Village. So unfortunately, while I'm trying to solve this problem, someone on my own team is negotiating privately in a way that the residents and the ward councilor weren't aware of. Yeah, the shame of it all is so many residents have put so much time and energy into trying to solve this problem and bring people together and work together. And it's, the landowner, because of their relationship with the developer and the mayor, has essentially told us, you either take this dense apartment construction that we're proposing, or you live with an abandoned building. And it's just not fair and it's not right. It should be about the people and about the community. And I know that if we work together, we can get something done. I think that's so important. That's what this campaign is really all about.